There's a secret lab in South Korea, running terrifying gene experiments. The scientists use children as test subjects, trying to turn them into cold-blooded killing machines. Shockingly, they succeed. An ultimate super assassin is born, but higher-ups start to panic. They fear these superpowered kids will one day lose control, so they order the project leader, Dr. Bayek, to carry out a cleanup plan. One by one, the children are removed. Still, one little girl escapes. Security Captain, Mr. Choi, leads a team to hunt her down, but they only catch another test subject. Dr. Bayek simply scolds Mr. Choi and lets it go. In her eyes, the girl is only 8. Without the drugs that control her, she will die on the run. It's just a pity to lose such a perfect test result. Meanwhile, the girl runs all night. In the end, she collapses from exhaustion at a farm. A farmer finds a child covered in blood while feeding the cows. He panics, calls his wife, and carries the girl home. The doctor checks her over and confirms the trauma was serious, but her body is okay. Unfortunately, she has no memory of anything. The kind farm wife looks at the helpless girl and decides to adopt her. From that day on, the girl has a new name, Jaeyoon. 10 years pass in a blink. Jaeyoon grows into an outstanding teenage girl, polite, caring, and top of her class, but always weak and often sick. On her shoulder is a string of numbers, the ID she had as a test subject. Recently, her headaches become more and more frequent. The doctor tells her she has only 3 months left. The only hope is a bone marrow transplant from her real parents. But Jaeyoon has no idea who they are. Meanwhile, the family's life gets harder. The economy is bad, and beef prices crash. To save the farm, her father takes on huge debt and is forced to sell cows cheap. Worse still, her mother develops dementia, but they don't have money for treatment. Jaeyoon searches everywhere for brain experts, hoping to repay her adoptive parents before she dies. She has a best friend named Myung-hee, whose father is a police officer. One day on the way to school, Myung-hee talks about a super popular talent show. The prize is 500 million won. Jaeyoon never cared about that kind of thing before, but this time, to ease her family's burden, she signs up without hesitation. She's beautiful, her voice is amazing, and she can even do magic. With a stunning performance, she wins over the judges and blows up online fast. But when her adoptive parents hear the news, they don't feel happy, only worried. They fear people will envy her, and they fear she will leave them forever. And sure enough, Dr. Bayek soon notices this special girl. She's fully aware that it's not magic, it's a supernatural ability. This time, she decides she will do anything to bring Jaeyoon back. A few days later, the girls rush to catch a train to Seoul for a contest. On the way, Myung-hee excitedly plans Jaeyoon's future as a star. She says she's Jaeyoon's manager and then throws him off the speeding train. After arriving in Seoul, Jaeyoon rushes to the studio out of breath. Even so, she performs brilliantly and makes it into the quarterfinals. After the contest, Jaeyoon gets a terrible headache again, worse than ever. She feels like her time is running out. As the girls leave the TV station, several men dressed in black suddenly appear, insisting they need to talk to Jaeyoon. Myung-hee senses danger and instantly pulls Jaeyoon into a taxi to escape. On the ride back, Jaeyoon can't figure it out. Who did she offend? Before she can make sense of it, Gwigongja, the guy from the train, shows up again. Coldly, he orders her to go home right now. Then he adds something even more chilling. Your foster parents are old. It wouldn't be so strange if they just died. Jaeyoon panics. She sprints home and tells Myung-hee to call her father, the police officer. But Gwigongja reaches Jaeyoon's farm first. He has already dug up everything. Jaeyoon's foster father used to be an architect, and his son and grandson died in a car crash. Clearly, he plans to use the elderly couple to control her. Soon, Jaeyoon arrives at her house. She sees an empty police car, and the house is completely dark. Her heart jumps. She rushes inside, only to find her father calmly playing chess with a police friend. It's not until that moment that she finally relaxes. Before leaving, the officer warns her seriously, those people are dangerous. Earlier, he checked their IDs. The database only shows that they're American. Nothing else. Jaeyoon is even more confused. What do they want? That night, Gwigongja and his men brutally kill an entire family. It turns out they came back from the US to wipe out every researcher who took part in the old experiment. The next day, Dr. Bayek reads the news and smiles with satisfaction. Then she meets Mr. Choi. She says she's about to return to the US headquarters and suggests he go abroad for a vacation. He stays over at Jaeyoon's house. In the middle of the night, she gets up for a drink. Behind her, Jaeyoon is curled up in bed again, her headache back. Just then, a group of men in black silently breaks into the house. Jaeyoon seems to sense the danger. But the moment she steps out of her room, a gun is pressed to her head. They grab Myung-hee and use her as a hostage to force Jae-yoon to obey. The scarred man insists Jae-yoon is the witch and says he almost died because of her. Jae-yoon still acts innocent. She cries and denies everything, saying she's not the person they're looking for. The scarred man loses patience and tells his men to kill Myung-hee. Seeing her best friend about to die, Jae-yoon finally snaps. She grabs the pistol and in the blink of an eye eliminates every single man in black. She slams the scarred man against the wall and coldly says, "You got a problem with me? I told you again and again, you've got the wrong person." Right after that, she takes out the rest of them in seconds. When it's over, Jae-yoon looks at her hands, covered in blood, and freezes in fear. Beside her, Myung-hee backs away in fear. Then Gwigongja walks in, clapping and laughing. "Incredible. Your memory's coming back?" Confused, Jae-yoon demands to know who they are and what they really want. Gwigongja only sneers, mocking her great acting. He then turns to Myung-hee and asks if she's ever noticed anything strange about Jae-yoon. Jae-yoon works on the farm and does chores every day, with almost no time to study, yet she still ranks first in every exam. On top of that, she's amazing at singing, drawing, even acting, because all of it was given to her by the organization. Then he shows the scar on his forehead, saying it's her work, too. In an instant, broken memories crash into Jae-yoon's mind, but she still can't fully remember anything. Gwigongja stops talking and orders her to come with them. If she refuses, her parents and her friend will suffer because of her. To protect the innocent and to learn the truth, Jae-yoon goes with them. Soon they arrive at an abandoned building. Dr. Baek is already there, waiting. Jae-yoon is taken into a creepy operating room and strapped to a surgical chair. Behind a one-way mirror, Dr. Baek excitedly greets her, calling her the best work she ever made. Jae-yoon asks where she is and why they're doing this to her. Dr. Baek doesn't answer. She orders her men to inject her with a drug. In a flash, every memory fragment in her head locks into place. 10 years ago, Dr. Baek ran a secret gene experiment, trying to boost motor nerves and violent instincts. They implanted the brain nerves of the most brutal death row criminals into kids, and Jae-yoon was the one with the highest compatibility. She can break down and rebuild objects with her mind. She has an insane memory and fighting skills far beyond normal people. But the more perfect she became, the more higher-ups got scared. They created a monster, then feared it would go out of control, so they ordered every test substance 1 month. Without another shot, her symptom will accelerate. Clearly, Dr. Baek wants to use this drug to control Jae-yoon completely. However, Jae-yoon suddenly smiles and says mockingly, "Hello, doctor. Long time no see." Gwigongja realizes too late that they walked right into her trap. Before Dr. Baek can react, Jae-yoon breaks free and takes out the guard in a second. She fires at Dr. Baek, but the bulletproof glass blocks the shot. Panicking, Dr. Baek fills the room with sleeping gas. When the gas clears, Jae-yoon is gone, and every guard in the room is dead. The next moment, she appears behind Dr. Baek like a ghost, pressing a gun to her head. A perfect experiment like Jae-yoon could never truly lose her memory. She knew her adoptive parents would never abandon her after losing their real son and grandson. So after escaping years ago, she pretended to collapse at their farm, waiting to be rescued. Later, she searched every top brain scientist just to track Dr. Beck. But she was running out of time. She needed a faster, riskier plan. Make Dr. Beck come to her. The moment she met Gwigongja on the train, she knew the plan worked. At first, she was ready to kill everyone, but unexpectedly, Dr. Beck created a drug that could extend her life. After explaining everything, Jae-yoon raises her gun again and forces Dr. Baek to hand over the remaining serum. Meanwhile, Mr. Choi leads a group of mercenaries and storms the building, firing wildly at Gwigongja and his team. But fighting superhumans is never easy. Mr. Choi knows the only way to kill them is a clean shot to the head. Gwigongja doesn't care about the fight. He only wants to find Dr. Baek. When the shooting ends, only the cold-faced female assassin is still alive. With twin blades and incredible speed, she wipes out the entire squad almost effortlessly. On the other side of the building, Jae-yoon drags Dr. Baek around, searching for the hidden serum. Suddenly, Gwigongja ambushes her, but he clearly underestimates her. She slaps several times as if she's toying with him. Jae-yoon's powers are insane. She has super strength, super speed, fast healing, teleportation. She can even move objects with her mind. Gwigongja tried to aim at her head and pull the trigger, but he fails. Finally, he is beaten badly and left dying. Just then, Mr. Choi shows up and shoots Jae-yoon in the shoulder. Dr. Baek is overjoyed and orders him to kill the two monsters at once. but before she finishes talking, a dagger is already at her throat. The female assassin is about to strike when Mr. Choi shoots her. He isn't trying to save Dr. Bayek, he just wants to kill her himself. The female assassin fights back in rage, but Mr. Choi is a higher-level killer and easily knocks her unconscious. In the next second, Ja-yoon suddenly appears behind him. With her bare hands, she slams him to the ground and snaps his neck. To distract her, Guigongja raises a bottle of serum and says the rest is locked in a safe inside the control room. The female assassin struggles to her feet, wanting to see how strong this super brain really is. Ja-yoon grants her wish. She crushes her skull with one hand. Guigongja quickly points a gun at Ja-yoon, but he realizes his body will not move. She has completely taken control of him. In the end, he gives up resisting and calmly awaits his death. Ja-yoon demands the location of the headquarters. She wants the formula for the drug. Guigongja stays silent, and she executes him on the spot. After killing everyone, Ja-yoon takes the remaining drug and leaves the bloody lab. She wants to go home, but the house is already surrounded by police. Later, she visits her mother in the hospital. Seeing her covered in blood, her father is not surprised. He and his wife have long known about her terrifying powers. He admits he once regretted adopting her. He even thought about sending her away. But her mother believed that if they raised her with love, she would grow up to be a good person. Those words move Ja-yoon, but she knows she can't stay anymore. Before leaving, she gives all the drug to her mother and keeps only 2 bottles. From a distance, she waves goodbye to Myung-hee, then disappears into the night. Fast forward 3 months. A woman flips through files about the test subjects. Suddenly, Ja-yoon appears in front of her. This woman is Dr. Bayek's twin sister, the real creator of the drug. As Ja-yoon forces her to hand over the formula, a modified super soldier suddenly appears beside her. The story then goes back 18 years. On a moving bus, passengers happily celebrate their group trip. Suddenly, a woman in red wakes up in fear. She just had a nightmare, a little girl covered in blood crying out, "Mommy!" Moments later, the bus drives into a remote mountain road and stops at an abandoned mine. Several smoke bombs are thrown into the bus. Chaos breaks out. Everyone is knocked unconscious, because the attackers only want one person, the woman in red. Soon, the news reports that the bus accidentally fell off a cliff. No survivors. But the only survivor is actually tied to a cold operating table. The masterminds behind everything are the twin sisters, Dr. Bayek and Director Bayek. It turns out the woman was the perfect host. The baby inside her womb is the source of the superpowers. Later, the Bayek sisters forcefully remove the embryo and try to clone it. Ja-yoon is one of the clones. She also has a younger sister, Arc-1, who is trapped inside a dark glass tank. Back in the present, a squad of superhumans called the 2-Woo team raids the lab on Jeju Island. They clear the place with no mercy. No one survives. Not long after they leave, a girl covered in tubes slowly opens her eyes. She is another perfect test subject, Arc-1. She stumbles out of the lab and faces the wide, unknown world for the first time. Her eyes are full of curiosity. Suddenly, another woman, also covered in tubes, appears in her mind. A sharp headache slams. Her power bursts out of control. Snow and ice rise into the air. Even the air seems frozen, but in the next second, everything drops back to normal. Arc-1 walks out of the forest and onto the middle of the road, wandering aimlessly. A car comes flying toward her. She doesn't move. The driver slams the brakes, then quickly backs up. Inside are a few rural thugs. Without a word, they drag her into the car. It turns out they just kidnapped a woman named Kyung-hee. Their leader worries Arc-1 saw the license plate, so he decides to kill her too. Kyung-hee quickly speaks up for her, saying there's no way she could have seen it. But the next moment, Arc-1 calmly recites the license plate, plus a phone number and even an address. Phone. At first, she plans to run away alone. After a short pause, she decides to take Arc-1 with her. She rushes to call her uncle, a veterinarian, for help. But the moment he arrives, Arc-1 collapses from exhaustion. At the clinic, the uncle takes a quick drink to steady his nerves, then carefully removes bullets from her body. The X-ray shows a small foreign object stuck in her brain, but when he turns back, every wound has already healed like a miracle. He wonders if he drank too much and is seeing things. After the treatment, the uncle tells Kyung-hee to report it because Arc-1's injuries make no sense. Kyung-hee fears things will blow up, so she decides to keep Arc-1 with her until the dust settles. On the way home, they pass a farm. Arc-1 is curious about everything. She even smiles and greets the animals. When they get home, Kyung-hee's younger brother, Dae-gil, notices she's hurt and reaches out to check. Arc-1 thinks he's attacking. She grabs his arm so hard he screams. At dinner, Arc 1 stares at the food and swallows, not knowing how to use the utensils. Kyung-hee wonders if she's not hungry, while Dae-gil bluntly says it's because the food is awful. While the two argue, Arc 1 suddenly starts devouring the food and clears the table in seconds. After dinner, Kyung-hee sets up a room for her and brings clean clothes. She then sincerely thanks Arc 1 for saving her life. At the same time, the mercenary Jo-hyun has just finished an assassination job. As soon as she gets in the car, her assistant Tom starts complaining. He says she always works alone, and one day it will get her killed. Jo-hyun snaps at him to shut up and drive. Back at their place, she digs a bullet out of her body with her bare hands. The wound heals instantly. Clearly, she has special powers too. Suddenly, strange veins crawl across her arm. She can only slam her fist into the wall to force it down. After cleaning up, she receives a new mission and decides to meet the client. The client is none other than Director Baek. Director Baek gives her a full report on Arc 1 and demands that Jo-hyun capture her as soon as possible. Jo-hyun asks where Ja-yoon is. Director Baek says Ja-yoon came not long ago but escaped with serious injuries. She also explains that as long as Ja-yoon depends on drugs, she won't cause them any harm. But Arc 1 is different. She has no clear weakness, and her abilities are even stronger than Ja-yoon's. Director Baek takes out a tracker and reveals that she implanted a chip in Arc 1's brain, the same foreign object the vet could not remove. The chip records the subject's location and condition. If they get close enough, the tracker will alert them. Jo-hyun and Tom immediately start driving around to search for her. On the way, Jo-hyun notices a car following them. Tom floors the gas and speeds into the forest. After shaking them off, he suddenly turns back and crashes into the other car, destroying it. He guesses they are local agents and even pretends to greet them politely. But the two men turn out to be mutants as well and attack right away. They are incredibly strong, but still no match for Tom. After the fight, Jo-hyun tells them to pass a message to their boss. She wants to meet him sometime. It turns out she once worked for that organization 10 years ago. They continue searching. Suddenly, the tracker beeps. The target is nearby. That night, Arc 1 is resting when a sharp pain explodes in her head. A voice whispers in her ear, "Child, come to mommy." In the next second, time seems to freeze, and all the pain disappears. She walks to the balcony and sees several cars speeding toward the house. Gang leader Yong-do arrives with his men and surrounds the entire place. The group who kidnapped Kyung-hee earlier that day were also sent by him. They planned to build a resort here, but Kyung-hee's father refused to sell the farm and was killed because of it. Kyung-hee raises a shotgun and warns them to stay back, but she is no match for these strong men. Dae-gil rushes forward to protect her, only to be beaten badly. Yong-do forces Kyung-hee to sign the contract, threatening to kill her younger brother if she refuses. Kyung-hee still refuses, insisting she would rather die than sell him the land. Enraged, Yong-do orders his men to beat them brutally until they give in. Just then, everyone sees a girl standing on the rooftop. Yong-do kindly tells her to get down before she gets hurt. The next second, Arc 1 jumps off the roof and lands lightly on her feet. Everyone freezes. She walks straight toward the man who hit Kyung-hee. With just a light push, she sends him flying. Before Yong-do can react, she throws two more men dozens of meters away. Facing a monster like this, Yong-do immediately orders everyone to attack at once. Arc 1 takes down everyone in her way and walks straight toward Yong-do. He's terrified. He falls to the ground and starts crawling backward. Kyung-hee rushes over and slaps him hard, snapping him back to reality. Yong-do quickly scrambles up and runs away with his men. After seeing all this, Dae-gil fully believes Arc 1 has superpowers. He even starts thinking about turning her into a YouTuber to make money. The next day, he excitedly explains to Arc 1 how YouTube makes money, but she only cares about food, which drives Dae-gil crazy. Later, the three of them go to a supermarket to buy ingredients. While shopping, Arc 1 casually eats all the free samples like no one else exists. Other customers stare in shock. Dae-gil feels extremely embarrassed and quickly pulls her away. Else her, or she won't let it go. At the same time, the Tu-woo team is tracking Arc 1's location. They are the ones who slaughtered everyone in her lab. Arc 1 was shot twice in the head and should have died, but somehow she survived. The captain allows no mistakes, so they must bring Arc 1 back. Humiliated, Yong-do also starts planning revenge. He finds the vet and threatens him to reveal who the girl Kyung-hee is protecting. After learning the truth, Yong-do realizes Arc 1 is also a wanted target. He immediately orders his men to contact the client. Soon after, Kyung-hee gets a call from her uncle asking for help and rushes to the animal clinic. The gang breaks their promise and cuts off his finger. Her uncle tells her to stop hiding Arc 1, or it will only bring disaster. Kyung-hee is torn. Just as she is about to leave, Jo-hyun suddenly gets into her car. She shows a video of Ark-1 killing people in the lab and warns that Ark-1 is a monster who could lose control at any time. She tells Kyung-hee that if she doesn't want her brother killed, she must cooperate with their plan tonight. Meanwhile, Yong-do has just returned to his company when two of his men are shot dead. It turns out the client who put out the bounty on Ark-1 is the Tu-woo team. The captain threatens Yong-do. If he doesn't reveal Ark-1's location, they will pull out his organs one by one. Yong-do knows they are terrifying mutants, just like Ark-1. Even so, he forces himself to suggest cooperation, saying he can be useful. The captain agrees and gives him a bottle of enhancement serum. At this moment, Kyung-hee has returned home. After hesitating for a while, she urges Ark-1 to run away because it's too dangerous here. Ark-1 immediately senses many killers gathering nearby. They lie in wait outside the house, watching for the right moment to strike. Just then, another set of headlights rushes in and surrounds the entire house. It's the Tu-woo squad and Yong-do, who showed up with a gang. Dae-gil takes Ark-1 to the rooftop and points out an escape route through the forest. Jo-hyun's team spots them but doesn't open fire. They don't want to hurt innocent people. Kyung-hee raises her shotgun and tells Yong-do to leave, but he had been enhanced, so he feared no one. He fired and killed her on the spot. The moment Dae-gil runs out, the gunner fires a rocket at the house, but the tracker signal suddenly disappears and the gunner can't lock onto Ark-1 anymore. Right then, a female assassin drops from the sky and launches a deadly attack. She moves so fast that bullets can't hit her. Her blade skills are just as deadly. The gunner is killed on the spot. Then the female assassin is suddenly blasted away by a mysterious figure. Meanwhile, Yong-do is about to pull the trigger and kill Dae-gil, but a bullet hits his shoulder first. Jo-hyun stands on the rooftop and shouts for the thugs to retreat. The captain lets out a cold laugh. She turns trees into sharp spears and pierces those useless humans in an instant. The battle fully erupts. Jo-hyun and Tom fire wildly, but the Tu-woo squad moves at shocking speed, and they even have terrifying healing powers. The tables turn quickly, and the two find themselves outmatched. Yong-do, barely alive, uses his last strength to fire one more shot. Jo-hyun steps in to block it, but the bullet still goes through her body and kills Dae-gil. Not far away, Ark-1 suddenly wakes up, as if she senses something. Warm memories of the brother and sister flash through her mind. The next second, the female assassin suddenly appears and charges at her, but Ark-1 is faster. In the blink of an eye, she kills her. Elsewhere, the male assassin ambushes Tom, then faces Jo-hyun in a one-on-one fight to the death. Jo-hyun is stronger. With a full-force strike, she pierces his throat. Seeing this, the captain rushes in and badly wounds Jo-hyun, leaving several fatal injuries. Jo-hyun loses the ability to fight back. She can only wait for death. At the critical moment, Tom wakes up and fights back, but the male assassin heals quickly. He smirks and mocks their weakness. Just then, Ark-1 returns, dragging the female assassin's body behind her. When she sees Kyung-hee and Dae-gil lying on the ground, she completely breaks down. She stomps and crushes Yong-do's ankle. The male assassin doesn't take this cute girl seriously, but in the next second, she crushes his arm like it's nothing. Then she creates a barrier, stopping the Tu-woo squad from escaping. The captain tries to sneak attack. Ark-1 freezes her with telekinesis and forces her to stab her own throat. The male assassin grows a new arm and controls rocks to attack. Ark-1 only waves her hand slightly, summoning a tornado that ripped him into pieces. The last female assassin is terrified and tries to run. A car blocks her path. It's Ja-yoon. It turns out Ja-yoon hired the Tu-woo squad to attack the lab and rescue her sister. She just didn't expect them to get cocky and almost kill Ark-1 too. Ark-1 asks her what she really wants. Ja-yoon explains that someone said Ark-1 is connected to their mother's subconscious. She needs Ark-1 to help her find their mother so she can cure her illness. Ark-1 doesn't answer. She walks straight to the brother and sister, desperate to save them. Ja-yoon hands her a vial and says, "You can only save one of them. Whoever you choose, they can't return to being a normal human." In the end, Ark-1 refuses. Ja-yoon seizes the opportunity, injects her with a sedative, and takes her away. After everyone leaves, Tom wakes up. He knows he can't beat anyone, so he plays dead to stay alive. By coincidence, Jo-hyun does the same. Both of them are badly injured. Jo-hyun has to call Jang for help, but Jang is already standing on the rooftop. Jo-hyun urges him to chase the two who escaped, but Jang stays calm and says, "Don't worry, I already know where they're headed."